There comes a moment in every person's life when silence gets loud, when you can no longer ignore that quiet voice inside you whispering, "This isn't all you were meant to be." It doesn't shout, it doesn't beg. It simply reminds you again and again that you were built for more. But most people bury that voice under comfort. They drown it in distraction. They trade their potential for convenience and their dreams for security. They convince themselves that good enough is the same as greatness. It's not. The truth is, the world doesn't reward wishful thinkers. It rewards the doers, the builders, the ones who prove through sweat, failure, and relentless persistence that they deserve the life they dream of. You can read every book, watch every video, listen to every speech, but until you move, until you act, your belief remains theory. And theory never changed a man's life. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before he brought light into the world. Do you think he had special luck? No. He had a mind trained to see beyond failure, a heart wired for perseverance. When the world saw darkness, he saw possibility. That's what it means to be built for more, to believe that even in the ashes of defeat, your purpose still burns. Look around you. Every building, every bridge, every invention once existed only as a thought, a spark in someone's mind, someone no different than you. They had fear, they had doubt, they had every reason to stop, but they didn't, because they understood one truth: your thoughts create your reality. That's not just philosophy, it's law. Napoleon Hill called it the definite chief aim, the power to hold a single vision so tightly that reality bends around your will. Think of Carnegie, a man born into poverty who rewired the structure of wealth itself. He didn't wait for the world to hand him a ladder. He built one, step by step, brick by brick, forged by vision and discipline. You see, being built for more isn't about arrogance. It's about responsibility. You were given gifts, ideas, instincts, imagination. And those gifts come with one demand: use them. The tragedy isn't dying, it's dying with your potential still locked inside you. There's no glory in being ordinary when your spirit was designed for greatness. But greatness isn't an event, it's a daily decision. It's the moment you wake up and refuse to settle. It's choosing effort over excuse, growth over comfort, progress over perfection. It's looking yourself in the mirror and saying, "I'm not who I was yesterday, and I will not go back." Most people live in reverse. They let the past define the present. They replay failures like old movies and then wonder why they never feel new. But your past is not a prison. It's a classroom. It was never meant to chain you. It was meant to train you. Every mistake was a message. Every loss was instruction. Every setback was preparation. The question is, did you learn? Walt Disney was fired from his first newspaper job for lacking imagination. Ford went bankrupt twice before changing transportation forever. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections before he became one of the greatest leaders in history. The pattern is clear. Destiny favors those who refuse to quit. So what's your excuse? You say you don't have time? Neither did they. They made time. You say you don't have support? Neither did they. They became their own support. You say it's too late? Tell that to Colonel Sanders, who started KFC at 65. Tell that to the countless dreamers who proved that purpose has no expiration date. The difference between success and failure is not intelligence, it's endurance. The ability to stay in the fight long after others have walked away. To stand in the storm and say, "I will not move until I get what I came for." That's what belief looks like in motion. That's what faith looks like when tested. And that's what it means to prove you were built for more. You see, you don't need more motivation. You need momentum, because motivation fades. Momentum compounds. And momentum is born from one simple act: starting. Even if you start small, even if you're scared, even if nobody claps. The moment you begin, really begin, life starts to bend in your direction. Doors open. Energy shifts. People appear. Not because magic happened, but because you did. And once you taste that progress, you'll never want to go back. You'll realize that everything you were searching for, the confidence, the clarity, the power, was never outside of you. It was waiting for you to move. The world isn't testing your strength, it's testing your belief. Because if you truly believed you were built for more, you'd already be on the path. So prove it. Not by talking, not by planning, by doing. Because the universe doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to work. And if you're willing to pay the price in focus, effort, and patience, you'll discover something extraordinary. That the version of you who once doubted was never the real you at all. Every dream demands evidence. Not the kind you write on paper, but the kind you carve into reality. Your effort is your proof. proof. Your consistency is your signature, and your results are the testimony of your belief. You say you want success, but do your habits agree with you? Do your mornings reflect it? Do your nights honor it? You can't crave greatness and still flirt with distraction. You can't ask the universe for more when you keep wasting what you already have. Discipline is not punishment. It's alignment. It's the act of declaring, I am in control of my choices. It's waking up before the world expects you to. It's saying no to temporary pleasure so you can say yes to permanent purpose. The weak chase comfort. The strong chase clarity. Because clarity creates energy, and energy fuels destiny. Napoleon Hill once said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief alone isn't enough. You must act as if you already possess the thing you desire. Walk like it, talk like it, work like it. When you move like the person you're becoming, life has no choice but to catch up. There's a reason why only a few rise while millions settle, because greatness requires isolation. There will be seasons when no one understands you, when your effort is unseen, when your progress feels invisible. That's when most people quit, right before the breakthrough. But remember this, diamonds are made in darkness. Seeds sprout in silence. Empires are built when no one is watching. You don't need the world to see you. You need to see yourself, because self-recognition comes before external validation. When you start building your dream, people will doubt you let them. They're supposed to. Doubt is the world's way of asking you, how badly do you want it? Let their disbelief become your proof of progress, because every great visionary was once called delusional. Think of Henry Ford. They mocked him for trying to make a car affordable to the common man. They laughed at the idea of electricity lighting every home. They dismissed the Wright brothers as lunatics chasing the wind. Yet here we are, flying across the skies, powered by the madness of those who refuse to accept average. So if people think your dream is too big, smile. It means you're finally aiming high enough. But belief without execution is hallucination. You can visualize all you want, but nothing changes until you move your hands. Your vision must sweat. Your dream must bleed. Because success is not created in your head. It's built through your habits. Each day is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every action either reinforces your future or repeats your past. The question is, which version are you feeding today? Some people spend their lives chasing motivation. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect timing. But perfection is just procrastination disguised as planning. The truth is, the perfect moment never comes. You create it by starting. Don't wait to feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Do it scared, do it tired, do it uncertain, because action breeds clarity, and clarity breeds confidence. Stop treating your dream like a hobby. Treat it like oxygen, something you can't live without. Because once you commit like that, the universe starts to rearrange itself around your purpose. Opportunities you never saw begin to appear. People who once ignored you start paying attention. But it all starts with that internal shift from wishing to working. Gratitude is the other half of greatness. Because without gratitude, ambition turns hollow. Be thankful not just when you win, but when you're still fighting. Thank the struggle. It's sculpting you. Thank the challenges. They're chiseling your edges. Thank the delay. It's protecting your timing. You can't build strength and comfort. You can't develop wisdom and ease. Growth demands resistance. The very thing you're running from is what's designed to raise you. Every obstacle is a mirror reflecting your weakness, not to shame you, but to train you. Every time you hit a wall, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Because nothing in your path is random. Every pain, every pause, every setback, all of it is construction. The blueprint is invisible, but the process is divine. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about being unshakable, bending without snapping, standing when others fall. You will fail, you will question everything. But the fire inside you must burn stronger than the fear outside you. You're not meant to avoid storms, you're meant to master them. That's how warriors are made, not in the sunshine, but in the rain. So when life throws you into chaos, smile and whisper, I was built for this. Because you were. Every scar tells a story. Every wound carries wisdom. Every battle leaves behind strength. This is the process of becoming. This is what proving it looks like. Not perfection, but persistence. One day you'll look back on this moment, the moment you decided to rise. You'll remember the sleepless nights, the doubts, the failures, and you'll smile, because that's where the real transformation began. Not when you won, not when they finally believed in you, but when you refused to stop believing in yourself. That's the secret every legend carried. They weren't the strongest, the smartest, or the luckiest. They were the most certain. They walked through fear as if it were air. They stared down defeat until it broke. They lived by a code: I will not be denied what I was created for. And that's the code you must live by now. No half-hearted dreams, no waiting for signs. The sign is you alive, breathing, capable. You think you're tired? Good. That means you've been fighting. You think you've failed too many times? Perfect. That means you've been trying. You think you've lost it all? Then you've just cleared the table for something new to be built. Life isn't against you, it's training you. Every closed door is just preparation for the one you're meant to walk through. Every rejection, every disappointment, every heartbreak, none of it was wasted. It was all part of your awakening. You were not born to fit in. You were born to rise beyond. You were not made to follow. You were designed to lead, to create, to inspire. But leadership starts with self-mastery. If you cannot command your own mind, how will you ever command your destiny? Master your focus. Guard it like treasure, because your mind is the battlefield, and most people lose there long before the war begins. Your future will not be won by force. It will be won by faith, discipline, and vision. Those who learn to see beyond what is will always create what will be. So stop waiting for motivation. Become it. Stop asking for direction and draw your own map. Stop chasing validation. Become undeniable. You owe it to the child you once were, the one who dreamed without limits, who believed without doubt. You owe it to the version of yourself who kept going when no one was watching. And you owe it to the future you, the one who will stand on the mountain and whisper, I did it, because that moment will come. The day you finally feel it. Not the applause, not the money, not the title, but the quiet realization that you became the person you always knew you could be. That's the reward. That's the real wealth. And when it happens, you'll understand why the struggle was worth it, why the discipline mattered, why every lonely night and every painful lesson was necessary. Because the fire that once burned to prove yourself will now burn to serve others. You'll lift others because you know how heavy it was to climb alone. You'll inspire not through words, but through example, living proof that belief, persistence, and purpose can rewrite destiny. So remember this as you walk your path. You were not sent here to be average. You were not born to merely survive. You were built to create, to conquer, to become. When fear rises, face it. When doubt whispers, silence it. When comfort tempts you, reject it. Because comfort never created greatness, and hesitation never built empires. You have one life, one chance to prove that you were built for more. So rise. Rise with courage. Rise with conviction. Rise with purpose burning so bright that the world cannot look away. And when they ask, who do you think you are? You'll smile and say, I am the proof that the impossible is possible.